Prema vidhana parama brahmatma tasri jagat mangala mangala chaitanya Jannatum karma isthit natsa samadhi gatam dattapadhyana dubir vairagi tyag tattvastuti virapi nandatakirtantrapi paisye Govinda prema bhagam api nasparitam datrahasyam swayamtanamneva pragrasi avatarati paredatrutam nami Adija 10 to 190 Visvasvakti Prabhupada Param Avidyakaram Sanyanyam Divisyate and ignorance. The spiritual potency is full of knowledge. The living entities, although belonging to spiritual potency, are subject to bewilderment. And the third energy, which is full of ignorance, is always visible in creative activities. In the previous verse quoted from Gita, it has been established that living entities are to be categorized among the Lord's potencies. The Lord is potent, and there are varieties of potencies, Parasa Sakti Vividhi Vasuyati. Now, in this quotation from Vishnu Puran, this is further confirmed. There are varieties of potencies and they have been divided in three categories, namely spiritual, marginal, and external. The spiritual potencies manifested in the spiritual world, Krishna's form, qualities, activities, and entrance are all spiritual. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Adopi sannabhyatma bhutanam ishwarapi san prakritim swangadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Srimad Gita, 4th chapter. Atma Maya refers to the spiritual potency when Krishna comes to this or any other universe. He does so with the spiritual potency. We take birth by the force of the material potency. But as stated here, with reference to Vishnu Puran, the Kshetrajna, our living entity belongs to the spiritual potency. Thus, when we free ourselves from the clutches of the material potency, we cannot enter the spiritual world. The material potency is the energy of darkness, a complete ignorance of spiritual activities. In the material potency, the living entity engages himself in spiritual activities, thinking that he can be happy through expansion in terms of material energy. This fact is prominently manifest in this age of Kali, because human society, not understanding the spiritual nature, is busily expanding in material activities. The men of the present day are almost unaware of their spiritual identity. They think that they are products of the elements of material world and that everything will end with the annihilation of the body. Therefore, they conclude that as long as one has a material body consisting of material senses, one should enjoy the senses as much as possible. Since they are atheists, they do not care whether there is a next life. Such activities are described in this verse, Vidya Karma Sanyana. The material energy is separated from the spiritual energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, although it is originally created by the Supreme Lord, it is not actually present within it. The Lord also confirms in Bhagavad Gita, Mastani Sarvabhutani. Everything is resting on me, Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter. This indicates that everything is resting on its own energy. For example, the planets are resting within outer space, which is separated energy of Krishna. The Lord explains in Bhagavad Gita, Rumira Puvana Vayu, Kang Manabuddhi Vacha, Ahankari Tyungvi, Bhinna Prakriti Astada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and perceiving. Altogether, these 8 comprise my separated energy, Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter. The separated energy acts as if it were independent. But here it is said that although such energies are certainly factual, they are not independent but merely separated. The separated energy can be understood as a practical example. I compose books by speaking into a dictaphone, and when the dictaphone is replayed, it appears that I am speaking personally, but actually I am not. I spoke personally, but then the dictaphone tape, which is separate from me, acts exactly like me. Similarly, the mental energy originally emanates from the Supreme Personality Godhead, but it acts separately, although the energy is supplied by the Lord. This is also explained in Bhagavad Gita, where the Kyanapratudishyo Kesho. This material nature is working under my direction of son of Kunti, and it is producing and moving and unmoving beings. Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter. Under the guidance of superintendence of the Supreme Personality Godhead, material energy works as if independent, although it is not actually independent. जो अंश पाठ करागला तार ध्यान बारबा Purana, the total energy of the Supreme Personality Godhead is classified in 3 divisions, namely the spiritual or internal potency of the Lord, the marginal potency or Kshetrajna, the living entity, and the material potency, which is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead and appears to act independently. When Srila Vyasadeva, by meditation and self-realization, saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he also saw the separated energy of the Lord standing behind him. Aptasya Purusham Purnam Mayanto Tat Apasrayam. Vyasadeva also realized that it is the separated energy of the Lord, the material energy that covers the knowledge of the living entity. Jaya Sammohita Jiva Atmanam Trigunatmakam. The separated material energy builders living entities jivas, and thus they work hard under its influence, not knowing that they are not fulfilling their mission in life. Unfortunately, most of them think that they are the body and should therefore enjoy the material senses irresponsibly, since when death comes, everything will be finished. This atheistic philosophy also flourished in India, where it was sometimes propagated by Charvak Muni, who said, Gurunam Krutta Ghutam Pive Javad Jive Sukum Jive. Bhasimutasya Dehasya Punaragamanam Kuta. Kuta Punaragama Ved. His theory was that as long as one lives, one should eat as much ghee as possible. In India, ghee clarified water is a basic ingredient in preparing many varieties of foodstuffs. Since everyone wants to enjoy nice food, Charvak Muni advised that one eat as much as ghee as possible. One may say, I have no money, how shall I purchase ghee? Charvak Muni says, however, if you have no money, then beg, borrow, or steal. But in some way, seek your ghee and enjoy life. For one who further objects that he will be held accountable for such unauthorized activities as begging, borrowing, and stealing, Charvak Muni replies, you will not be held responsible. As soon as your body is born, process of death, everything is finished. This is called ignorance. From Bhagavad Gita, it is understood that one doesn't die with the annihilation of the body. Na hanyate hanyamani sarire. The annihilation of one body involves changing to another. Tatha dehantara prapti. Therefore, to perform irresponsible activities in the material world is very dangerous. Without knowledge, spirit soul, and its transmigration, people are allured by the material energy to engage in many such activities. As if one could become happy simply by dint of material knowledge without reference to spiritual existence. Therefore, the entire material world and its activities are referred to as vidya, karma, vijnana. In order to dissipate the ignorance of human beings who work under the material energy, which is separated from the Supreme Personality Godhead, Lord comes down to hide their original nature and spiritual activities. Jada jada ye dharmasya glanir bhavati bhavato. As soon as they deviate from their original nature, Lord comes to teach them sarvadharmani paritijya mamikam saranam dada. My dear living entities, give up all material activities, simple surrender unto my protection. Bhagavad 18th chapter. It is the statement of Sarvak Muni that one should beg for still money to purchase ghee and enjoy life. Gurunam kruta gugam vive. Thus, even the greatest atheist of India comments that one eat ghee, not meat. No one could conceive of human beings eating meat like tigers and dogs, but men have become so degraded that they are just like animals and can no longer claim to have human civility. So and so, Srimad Mahaprabhu was an acharya, original acharya, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So, when Krishna came as Srimad Mahaprabhu, he acted as acharya, sadhu, guru, acharya. Because in Kali Yuga it's very difficult to get real sadhu, guru. Kali Yuga sadhu, guru paiba, duskar janiya, sadhu, guru, rupi Krishna, asila nodiya. Gour Parsad, they are devotee of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gour Parsad, an associate of Gauranga, Jagdananda said this thing. In Kali Yuga it's very difficult to get real sadhu and guru. Therefore, who is the real sadhu and who is the real guru? How is he? To teach this thing, to show this thing, Krishna himself appeared in Nadia as sadhu and guru. As sadhu and guru is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an ideal sannyasi, ideal sadhu, ideal guru, acharya. Avinoti sastrarthunjo acharya sthapayoti sung acharati acharya stena kirtita. This is the definition of acharya given in Bible Quran. Who is an acharya? Avinoti sastrarthunjo sung acharati acharya sthapayati. Acharya stena kirtita. One who knows Shastra Tattva. What is given in Veda or Vedic literature, one who knows in Tattva. His Acharya not only knows, he himself practices and observes that Tattva in his own life and teaches by practical example to all human beings. And in human society, he is an acharya. He is not theoretically speaking or theoretically saying. It's practical teaching. Practicing those tattva in his own life teaches. He is acharya. The Mahaprabhu was doing that. An ideal acharya. He is an ideal acharya. The Mahaprabhu was doing that thing. But these Mayavadis, they are not real acharyas. Their knowledge is defective knowledge. It's not pure knowledge. Because pure knowledge comes from Krishna. He is the source of all knowledge. Sachidananda Vigraha. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Krishna is Parameshwara. supreme controller. He has a form, a body, which is Satchit Anandamaya. It's full of eternity, full of knowledge, full of pleasure. It's full of knowledge. Knowledge comes from him. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said that in 10th chapter, Tesang Sattva-Juktanam Vadadam Pratipurvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Taunjena Mangpujanti Te Tesang Eva Anukampartham Aham Jnanadatam Nasvayami Atmabhavastu Jnanadipino Hasvata. Clearly says, those who do Krishna bhajan, my bhajan, Krishna says, with love, priti, in their heart, I give them pure intelligence. Dadami buddhi yogam tam jena mangpajanti te. That intelligence pure, they can come to me. Then it says, Tesang eva anukamparthamo jnanadam nasayami atmabhavasto jnanadipina vasudha. So, I, out of mercy, anukampartham, out of mercy, I dispel the ignorance in the heart of those people, those who do my bhajan with love, constantly in their heart. I dispel the darkness of ignorance from their heart and kindle the very effulgent light, jnana lok, lamp of knowledge. So knowledge comes from him. That's perfect knowledge. That's perfect knowledge. It comes from Krishna. Spiritual, transcendental knowledge comes from Krishna. But these Mayavadis, they are not. They are not situated in their constitutional position. So they are great offenders. And Mahaprabhu has given us caution not to associate with such offenders. So Mayavadis and listen to their philosophy. Mayavadi bhasya sunile hoy sarvanas. If you listen to Mayavadi bhasya, then you'll be done. All your bhakti, bhakti, atma, bhakti will be finished. You'll become a Mahaprabhu has cautioned. Because they are not situated in their personal, constitutional position as the servant of the Lord. They think themselves one of the Lord. This great offense. So they have no pure knowledge, no perfect knowledge. That's what they say. Jiva and Krishna, Jiva and Krishna are supreme Lord, one. Equal. This is the erroneous philosophy. Incorrect. Not correct philosophy. That Mahaprabhu, my dear teacher, teaches them. Jiva tattva shakti, Krishna tattva shakti ma. Gita, Vishnu Purana, Gita, te pramana. He teaches them. Living entities are energies, not energetic. The energetic is Krishna. This is very difficult to describe in Bhagavad Gita, the Vishnu Purana, other Vedic literatures. Tasma Shastra Pramanam Karya Karya Vyavastito. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Shastra Pramanam, Sabda Pramanam, Veda Pramanam, Vedic evidence is the Mukhya Pramana, chief evidence. Vedic evidence is the chief evidence, Mukhya Pramana, Shruti Pramana. Pramana madhya Shruti Pramana pradhana. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we'll find there are 4 types of evidences. Pramana chatustvaya, anumana, aitiha, pratyaksha, shruti pramana. 4 types of pramanas, 4 types of evidences. Though there are 10 types of evidence, Dasamida Pramana. If we explain it in detail, we will find Dasamida Pramana, 10 types. But summarized in it. So Srimad Goswami has said in Srimad there are 4 types, broadly 4 types of pramana. Pramana Chatushtoy. Anumana, Aitiha, Pradhaksha, Shruti Pramana. 4 types of. Out of these 4, Shruti Pramana, Dhana, Vedic evidence, Shruti means Veda. Vedic evidence is chief evidence. Tasmat Shastra Pramana, Karya Karya Vivastito, therefore Krishna says that thing in Bhagavad Gita. Shastra Pramana means evidences, Vedic evidences or evidences found in Vedic literature are chief evidence. Accordingly you will consider what to do, not to do, karya, garja. So now he quotes evidence from Gita and Vishnu Purana. How Jiva Tattva is Shakti Tattva, Krishna Tattva is Shaktimana Tattva. Living entities are energies and Krishna is energetic. Living entities are not energetic. How do you equalize the energy and energetic? Mahaprabhu says this thing and repeats their philosophy as an ideal acharya, quoting Vedic evidence. So first he quoted evidence from Gita, now he is quoting from Vishnu Purana. This Vishnu Shakti Pura Prutta Kshetra Khatata Pura Avidya Karma Sangyana Trutiya Satirishyogi. Potential of Vishnu is summarized in 3 categories, namely spiritual potency, living entities and ignorance. Spiritual potency is full of knowledge. Living entities also belonging to spiritual potency are subject to bewilderment. And third energy is full of ignorance, is always visible in fluid activities. Avidya Shakti, is Maya Shakti, is Avidya Shakti, ignorance. And though the Jiva Shakti comes under the spiritual potency, still it is marginal, tatastha Shakti, in which there are storing thoughts, spiritual and para and apara. Spiritual or superior and inferior material. Apara means material, and para means superior or spiritual. 2 are in thoughts in jiva. So jiva is called marginal energy, tatastha Shakti. When there are, in jiva, when these truths are in thought, and jiva has a minute independence, so he will come under either of the 2. By utilizing his independence. So, when you utilize his independence, you use your independence, there is proper use and abuse. Proper use and abuse. Sadupajoga, Durupajoga, will say. The jiva who is intelligent, he can make the proper use of his intelligence and come under for opportunity, superior energy to which he belongs. Thereby he can situate himself in his constitutional position. But if you will abuse his independence, he will come under this apara prakriti, inferior prakriti or illusory energy, which is avidya shakti, the ignorance. When he abuses, the living entity abuses his minute independence, it comes under this material energy or illusory energy, it is full of ignorance, he forgets his own identity. forgets his own identity. He forgets the Supreme Lord. He forgets his eternal relationship with the Lord. Forgets everything. And he thinks that he is the body, which he is not. Thinks that he is the body. And therefore, he acts in that way. That means he acts under the clutches, under the influence of Vidya Shakti, material energy is full of ignorance to fulfill his bodily needs. Eating, sleeping, defending and mating. These are the needs of the body. This is not the need of the soul. These are not the needs of the soul. This is the needs of the body. Eating, sleeping, defending and mating. And he thinks that he is body. But he is not body, he is soul. And my revered spiritual master, Sri Bhubaneswar Maharaj has quoted the theistic philosophy of Sarpak Muni. Runam krutva, krukam pivet, javad jivet, sukham jivet, dasmibhutasya dehasya, punaragamanam kuta. Yes, this is the theistic philosophy. He says that this body is everything and bodily enjoyment is the be all and end all of life. As long as you are alive, this body is there, you enjoy. That means bodily enjoyment or sense gratification. It says, Dhutam pivet, drink ghee. If someone will say, I have no money, can I purchase ghee or get ghee? No, take forward still. Anyhow, get ghee. Next job, when you say, all right, if I borrow and cannot repay, and if I steal, which is a very sinful activity, I will be responsible for it, I will be held responsible for it. No, you'll never be held responsible. When this body is finished, everything is finished. I will be held responsible. You're finished. He has no knowledge that you are not body, you are the spirit soul, which is never finished. Nahunyate hunyamani sarire, very clearly. Gita says. The body dies, soul never dies. Soul has no birth, no death, no change at all. Vikruta. Body has birth, body has death, body is changing every moment. This knowledge, this is the perfect knowledge, Tattva-jnana. But Sarpak Muni has no such knowledge, the theistic philosophy. And people, most of the people, almost all people here follow this philosophy. Because they are covered with ignorance, kshetra-jnana, vidya, karma-sunyana, vidya shakti. The ignorance, they are covered with this maya shakti, ignorance. So they follow this philosophy. Now, Mahaprabhu as an ideal teacher, teaches and gives correct philosophy and teaches the Mayavadis. The Mayavadis have this incorrect philosophy. So Mahaprabhu now teaches this thing, quoting evidence, Gita and this Quran, Ved. We are doing nice work.
Right. With your blessings, then
So far,
it's all going on.
happy. So I get
Very nice. Right. Surprised and happy to see you manage to complete it. You explained nicely the Vaishnava philosophy.
devotional service philosophy against Mayavadi. Mr. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach these things. So how people can understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Just by reading only.
By getting his mercy only. Otherwise they cannot understand. They can get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Mahaprabhu is most wonderfully mean, wonderfully merciful. You understand? Adbhuta udarjo, adbhuta budanyo, adbhuta karunya. Srila Kaviraj Goswami has used this word of Bhuta 3 times regarding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhuta Vadanyo, Bhuta Karunya, Bhuta Udarya. Wonderfully merciful. You understand? Wonderfully munificent. And wonderfully magnanimous. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without discrimination, distributes, gives, offers praise of his mercy. Someone cannot get his mercy, cannot understand anything. Any Vedic tattva cannot understand. Cannot understand. Acharya dharmam, vicharya Vishnu, vicharya tirthani, vicharya Veda. Vina Gour priyo pada sevam, Vedadi dusprapyo padam vidanti. You understand? Govinda, you understood? Who has said? Sadananda Saraswati Pada has said this thing. You understand? Vina Gour priyo pada sevam, Vedadi dusprapyo padam vidanti. You may do Acharya dharma, may very strictly practice and observe the principles of dharma in your life. You understand? Acharya dharma, Vicharya Vishnu, you may worship Vishnu Vigraha, Salagram Srila, with Sodasopotar. You understand? Very opulently, very nicely. You understand? Vicharya Tirthani, you may visit all the tirthas, places of pilgrimage in the world. You understand? Vicharya Veda, you may study Veda, acquire Vedic knowledge. You may become proficient in Vedic knowledge. You understand? Still you cannot understand this Veda Tattva. You understand? Bina Gaurabhya Padas. Without the serving the lotus feet of a dear devotee of Lord Govinda, you cannot understand. In spite of doing all this. You understand? This is the process. How can one understand? Chaitanya vidam isram jadi Chaitanya iswaram na vidu. You understand? Chaitanya vidam isram Chaitanya iswaram na vidu. Sarva shastra jnapi kamyanti te. Isn't it? You know? What else you know? This is Prabhupada Saraswati Pada has also said. You understand? Of Chaitanya vidam visvam jadi Chaitanya iswaram na vidu. Sarva shastra jnapi kamyanti te. One may be very proficient in all shastras, sarva shastras. You understand? Acquire knowledge. Sarva shastras, all shastras. You understand? But if he doesn't know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you understand? He's covered up with illusory energy of Vidya Shakti. Ignorance. He will be only evolving in this material world, the cycle of birth, death, life. We are not dead. Huh?
Yes. So one may say, you're chanting Hare Krishna, because this Mahamantra has been taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He may live with also devotees in our society, but he may say he knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How to know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in truth? That's question.
Unless the mercy of dear devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we cannot understand it.
In spite of chanting Hare Krishna.
In spite of chanting Hare Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna is there. Veda, in Vedic literature. Mantra is there. Isn't it? Huh? Mantra is there. Name is there. Huh? In Veda, the name is there. The name of the Lord is there. Nam Tattva is there. Isn't it? Huh? It's all in Veda. Vedic literature. Nam Tattva. Mantra. Nam. Mantra. Isn't it? By mere studying the books, scripture, one cannot understand it. You understand? Someone by reading books can chant mantra Hare Krishna. Cannot get the potency of the mantra. You understand? No. Mantra will never be effective.
Effective.
Yes, no effect to that. You understand? Unless he comes through the lips of a bona fide Guru, Acharya, or devote, sadhana, Vaishnava. You understand? There will be no potency at all. Infuses potency. You understand? So how can you understand? Without the acceptance of the Guru. Guru chants mantra in the ears of the disciple. You understand? Imparts disciple. You understand, Guru? Infuses potency into it. You understand? Guru does. Then the disciple can understand. Then the disciple can understand the mantra, the Veda, Vedic knowledge, everything. Manifest. Manifest. Without the mercy of Guru, how can it be manifested? Guru makes it manifest.
But that's the meaning of the first verse you have recited from Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. In spite of these things,
I cannot.
She was stressing the importance of Mahaprabhu's mercy.
Huh?
So there are other sampradayas, they are bona fide sampradayas, but they do not accept Lord Chaitanya as an avatar. So what is their position? They practice
Bona fide sampradaya means Sri sampradaya, you say.
like Sri Sampradaya.
Yes. Madhu sampradaya, Madhu without Mahaprabhu, Gaudiya. Sri sampradaya, Ramanuja sampradaya, Nimbarka sampradaya, Vishnu Swami sampradaya. You understand? Four bona fide Vaishnava sampradayas. But because they have, their philosophy speaks about Bhakti Tattva. You understand? Therefore they are Vaishnava sampradaya. Bona fide sampradaya. But still, some deficit in their philosophy regarding Dvaita and Advaita. Little. Understand? Because Madhus very forcefully gave his philosophy is Dvaita philosophy. Dvaitava too. He condensed, you understand? Completely condensed the Advaitava. You understand? Maharaja. Okay. Huh? Huh. Yes, Maharaja came after three previous three acharyas. You understand? 13th century. Madhacharya came in 13th century. Ramanandacharya came in 12th century. Prior to that, Vishnu Swami and Nimbarka came. You understand? So in Vishnu Swami's philosophy, Nimbarka's philosophy, and Ramanuja's philosophy, there is Dvaita, Advaita there. You understand? But Madhacharya and Madhacharya came, he very, you see, much force. Only spoke about Dvaita. No Advaita at all. Completely condemns Dvaita Bhava. You understand? But that's not correct philosophy also. You understand? Complete Advaita or complete Dvaita is not correct philosophy. You understand? Not correct. Therefore, Mahaprabhu gave Achintya Vedaveda Tattva. Inconceivably one and different. Achintya, you cannot conceive. How there is one, they are one and difference. There is no difference and there is difference also. You understand? There is no difference and there is difference also. In Mayavad philosophy is, Shankara philosophy is Vidhadvaita. Vidhadvaita. You understand? Is Vidhadvaita. And which philosophy is Shuddhadvaita? Ramanuja's philosophy is Shuddhadvaita. But Shankara's philosophy is Vidhadvaita. You understand? It's Vidhadvaita, Shuddhadvaita. But Madhav vehemently opposes this. With much force condemns this Advaita Bhava. You understand? So Mahaprabhu with the original Acharya, Krishna is the original Acharya, Moola Acharya, Krishna Mande Jagadguru. Mahaprabhu came as an Acharya with the correct philosophy. Yes? Why did you come so late?
I was trying to collect some Lakshmi for you.
Cha. Yes, you told me that thing. That's nice. You should have come earlier. For this association, you say. How long can you stay?
6 weeks, 7 weeks in India.
7 months. And go back?
Yes.
Then can get much time. That's this.
You have to hide your passport.
Huh?
You have to hide his passport.
Yes.
But I can come back anytime. Free flight, come back anytime.
Anytime, again you'll come back. It's also swing. Okay? Huh? Yes, but I still.
That $100. So their result is different, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah.
They will achieve.
You see. So, Tattvaraste Kodavabhya Utkale Purushottamat. This is most important. Sri Brahma Rudra Sananka Vaishnava Kipavana. Tattvaraste Kodavabhya Utkale Purushottamat. This is Padma Purana. Verse. The face is there. Both these four Vaishnava Sampradayas are bona fide. Still there is some difference regarding Dvaita and Advaita philosophy. You understand? Which is not right. Huh? Perfectly sublime philosophy. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, the original Acharya, came who unified these four philosophies of four Acharyas and gave this Achintya Bhedaveda Tattva, inconceivable one and different. This is the most sublime philosophy. This combination of these four philosophies. Philosophy of Vishnu Swami, philosophy of Nimbarka, philosophy of Ramanuja, and philosophy of Madhva. This combination of four philosophies is the Achintya Bhedaveda Tattva. That Mahaprabhu gave. Most sublime. And no philosophy is superior to this. So, Shankara's followers of Shankaracharya, the Mayavadis, they accept one side. It's only Advaita. It's Vidhadvaita. You understand? So? You understand? This is Advaitavad, is Vidhadvaitavad, not Sudhadvaitavad. So, they say Jiva and Krishna one. Shakti and Shaktiman one. Equalize. Now Mahaprabhu is condemning, dividing. This is Vidhadvaita. You understand? Mahaprabhu is condemning. Yes, there is difference, at the same time no difference. They accept one side, no difference. But they cannot understand how difference is there. You understand?
They only emphasize the oneness.
One side, not the other side. You understand? Shakti, Shaktimano, Hinna, that sutra is there. Energy and energetic is non-different. You cannot separate the energy from the energetic. You understand? That's a light, but energy cannot be energetic. The energy cannot be energetic. That is there. And another thing, Jiva Shakti is Bhinna. It's separated, Vipinans. Vipinans. Separated. Do you understand? You're not Swansa. Another point is there. So, there is difference and there is no difference. So, Chinta Vedaveda Tattva. That means, qualitatively, they are one. There is no difference. Same quality. But quantitatively different. Krishna is a Vibhu, but Jiva is a minute. How can they be equal? So, Achinta Vedaveda Tattva is inconceivable one and different. This is most important. The Mayavadis cannot understand. So their philosophy is defective.
So the followers, $20 लिखें.
हाँ.
$20 लिखेंगे. हाँ. ताकि $10 महाराज ले आओ, $10 एक printing ना बदल जीवो.
Doing business.
Those who still follow Ramanuja and other sampradayas, the result will be different.
Yes.
They will not attain prem.
They cannot attain prema. Yes. Unless they come under Mahaprabhu.
So the highest they can go is to Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha. Yes. As they can go up to Vaikuntha. Cannot enter into the innermost chamber. Hey, Pila, Anbu, cover card Pokela. Do you understand?
No, I just so, another place, Prabhupada mentions one Sanskrit word, Eko Bahusham. It translates as in the beginning there was one, then he became many.
Many, yes. Yes.
What is that? A living entity?
No. Advaita Tattva, absolute truth, means one. Ekameva dityam nasti. There is no second to it. It's one. It's Advaya. Absolute truth. Supreme truth is absolute truth. It's one. No second to it. Ekameva dityam nasti. So Ekam is one, but expands himself innumerably. Many, many. Still elements one, unchanged.
That is the meaning of the
That's the